I'm often asked about the difference between panko and breadcrumbs, and is one better than the other? I'll start to answer that question by asking another one. What exactly is panko, which is the Japanese word for small pieces of bread? First, some history. Did you know that panko crumbs are not made with heat? They are electrocuted. While the Japanese were at war with the Russians, they wanted to be able to eat bread out in the battlefields. Unable to oven bake, of course, the Japanese soldiers used their tanks' batteries to quickly bake their bread. They discovered that the bread was extremely light and airy with very small air pockets. Now, this method of using electric current to bake bread with no brown crusts is how panko is still made today. Sometimes in cooking, a crispy, crunchy texture is a must. One of the most reliable ways to achieve this result is to fry something. I suggest to clients, however, that they not eat deep-fried food, and who wants to deal with a pot full of frying oil afterwards anyway? There are two general types of panko sold in stores. White panko, made without crusts, and tan panko is made from the whole loaf, bread, and all. What makes panko special is the texture, not the taste. What sets panko apart from regular breadcrumbs is the processing. The bread is processed in such a way that the resulting panko looks like flakes rather than crumbs. Just as all snowflakes are different, all panko crumbs are different. The flakiness means a much broader surface area than regular breadcrumbs, and these irregularly shaped crumbs of bread have pointed ends like shards of broken glass. And what this means for your cooking is crispier coatings, crunchier toppings, and lighter end products depending upon how you use the panko. If you dredge food in panko before frying, you'll end up with a crisp, light fried coating. And this is because oil does not soak into panko as readily as it does into regular breadcrumbs, so you're left with a lighter, less greasy cooking. Try this with seafood or chicken. Also, panko gives great body to stuffed artichokes. Now, by itself, plain panko has almost no flavor, although they do come in a variety of flavors in the stores. This makes it the perfect blank canvas. Panko readily soaks up other flavors from the seasonings or flavor within the food itself that you're cooking, as well as from whatever seasonings you toss with it. For chefs, 3 of the characteristics of panko that often make them superior to American-style breadcrumbs in many culinary applications are, as I previously mentioned, panko does not compact like breadcrumbs. Grease doesn't soak into them. Panko has the least amount of sodium, 50 milligrams, versus plain breadcrumbs, 220. And the reason why I suggest clients use panko in place of regular breadcrumbs whenever possible isn't only because panko makes everything taste so great, but also because you get more for the calories buck, way more. A half a cup of most brands of panko, 110 calories. A half a cup of most regular breadcrumbs averages 200 calories. So whether you're trying to lose weight, control your weight, or someone who just likes to cook and doesn't want to give up the crunch, but is willing to give up some calories, use panko next time a recipe calls for breadcrumbs. And that's today's Fat Chat. See you next time.